Today I am going to speak on a topic which is very uh, important in India right now. It's related to the rape and murder of girls by the criminals, and the why the people do rapes, or the person who do this type of activity, they are somehow mentally unsound, or they can't control their emotions, or they don't know they are not socially good, and they don't aware with the laws what can happen to them. And this type of activities doesn't cause individually, it is caused by a group of people or some group of friends who are drunken or somehow uncool or mania, and they have watched some videos or something from somewhere else, and they are very excited or very encouraged to do those activities. The government of India has given many rules and regulation to this, and in most of scenarios, this will be a very post phase of life of those people who have done this type of activity. And these activities are inhuman, you can say. These are the worst people in the societies. You can say rotten apple is worse than rotten apples. They create some type of fears among the girls, and this discourages females or girls for many of the things. If this type of activity continues, many of the parents, they fear that if they send their kids to somewhere else to study, then they might be caught in these type of scenarios, or someone else may take benefit of this, and ultimately she can be no more to them. And if we talk about the justice of how the justice create in India to these girls, we can say justice delays, justice denied. That same thing happened in India. These type of people didn't get justice instantly. It takes years and years, and that is a big problem in India. If we talk about some Gulf countries like Saudi Arabia and many more, they take instant action. They just keep that guy uh, in the middle of the field by making hole, and the people surround them. They start a stone and start throwing stones on their bodies, or they are beaten by with the help of ropes, or you can say horse stick. And the post scenario, sometimes their organs are being cut. Means, their organs are being cut. These are incidents which give a message to the peoples that if you do this wrong activity or illegal activities or inhumans or animals activity like that, then you will be treated so they are afraid or fear of going through this phase of life, so they never do this or never indulge in this type of activities. I think somehow this is correct in the Gulf countries. If we'll talk about India, to bring this to India should adopt these rules for the rape and murder case. But sometimes what happen, the person who are involved in these activities are related to some of the authority of our countries, or you can say it's related to political leaders. So they try to save them due to because of their political uh, involvement. They try to save the seats of MLA, MPs, or many others. And see, if a member of some particular parties, they were injured in rape, murder, or something, then ultimately people will be disheartened by their party's manifesto and many things, and in the coming election they won't vote for those parties. So they to try to save their seats or to get wrong message to the people, they try to hide that matters by giving lots of money to the police or the media persons who doesn't speak correct things, or to the justice giving people. They just bribe them, and this is corruption is very very rooted in our countries. Most of the people are involved in the corruptions. If you log the government service, people who don't take who are not corrupted, they can't survive in that environments, and that's 100% true. can ask many of the guys who are involved in those activity or who are doing service in the government sectors. Today, if you have to talk about the today is anti-corruption day, it means how to stop corruptions. There are many rules, but the something is that if the person is at the administrative or politicals or in the justice or involved in the bribes, who is gonna control these all things? And no, see, government should take very strict action against these type of peoples, because we see that uh, after a lot of years of intervals, girls are getting opportunity to get higher educations, and or somehow if you talk about the Muslim community, they are getting opportunity to get out of their homes and to study, and this type of activity will be common in our country. Then parents will think multiple times to send their kids, especially girls, out of their house to for study. And a person who do this activity like acid attack, we can say teaser means we can say who do molestations and who involved in this activity, they should be very strict action against them and quick in the final actions, so that they can take justice, and there should be a clear message to these guys that you will even caught by the law, and you will be punished same as punished by these peoples. Now, if you talk about the in society, there are different rules. People do these things to control the this type of activity, but we'll talk about the religion. In many of the religion, they have said this type of activity is seen, and you can say no religion in the world accept this kind of activities. We will talk about Muslims. This is probably meant like Jinnah means this is a very boss type of scene that you will not get mercy even in the hell. Even after living a lot of years in hell, you will not get the mercy, because this is a very worst kind of sin you have done. And if you talk about the Christianity, Buddhist, and Jain, every religion somehow prohibit these activities. So if you'll see this to be a stop at all, so bye, thank you, have a nice day.